time that I was in dental school. But something that I would always pray for was just really the patience to just keep going, to keep showing up day after day, and to understand that as long as I was showing up, that things were ultimately going to work out in the end, and that all I had to do was just trust that process. And so then he says, I searched the world till my head hurt just to find out your ways better. And this is very true because in this day and age, there are so many times where if you're feeling bad, if you have a bad day, you try to make yourself feel better by doing worldly things. So if that means that you just go out, or if that means that, you indulge in, smoking marijuana or consuming alcohol, or if that means that you go shopping and you just buy yourself some shoes or some clothes, these are all, they're all worldly things that won't make you feel better in the long run. Yeah, they'll provide temporary comfort. You might forget about the bad day that you had for a couple hours or maybe for a day or two. But if you don't address these things with prayer and by talking to God and by spending time with God, you'll notice that the peace isn't long term, it's very short term. And that's something that I've experienced because in the past it was something where, and I'm still working, I'm struggling with, consumerism and the need to try to, buy new things all the time to make me feel better. And the thing that I've had to understand is I might buy a pair of shoes one day and I might feel good about those shoes for a week maybe, and then after that it just becomes another pair of shoes in my closet. It doesn't, that same nostalgia and good feeling that I had when I bought them, it fades away really quickly. And so one thing I noticed was I was constantly trying to replenish that feeling. I would buy a pair of shoes, and as soon as that nostalgia went away, I was looking for another pair of shoes, or I was looking for something else to buy to try to just keep that dopamine up, to keep that good, the good, feelings that I got from buying that thing in the first place. But God's love and God's peace is everlasting. And that's something that I constantly try to remind myself, that when we seek peace in God, that's everlasting. And that's not going to be here for 2 days and just gone like that. And so that's something that for me personally, hearing that in the song was just a great reminder of. And then when he says, you love every part of me, even when I was messy. And that's just a reminder, too, that so many times in life we feel ashamed to talk to God because of things that we've done, because of things that even though we knew it was wrong, we did it anyway. But we tend to forget that God loves us anyway. At the end of the day, we are God's children, just like the album says. And so when